So good morning everyone. So in last class we have discussed about methods of factorization. In that we have learned about taking out the common terms and also how to group the terms we have learned. So on that we have started the exercise 12.1, and in that the second bit has been completed. So what is the last question? Ut plus at square. So this one has been completed. This is the last question in the second bit. Now I am starting the third bit. That is the last bit in this exercise. So what is the last bit? Factorize the following. Again we have to factorize the following given expression. So in that the first one is 3ax minus 6xy plus 8by minus 4ab. So already I told you that in grouping the common factor should be there. So in both the terms a common factor should be there. So if you are having the common factor, what you have did, that will be correct. If you are not getting the common factor, then you have to check your problem again. So in this case you see, in this I will solve the problem. How will you get a common factor or not, we will check first. Okay, so here what is the given 3ax minus 6xy plus 8by minus 4ab you got. So I am not shuffling anything, I am doing the problem as it is. So without shuffling, what we will get the answer we will see. So from this two, from now first I am splitting the terms in the form of factors. So 3 into a into x minus 6 can be written as 2 into 3 into x into y plus 8 can be written as 4 into 2 into b into y, and 4ab can be written as 4 into a into b. Okay, so these are the factors of the given terms. Now in this first two terms and the last two terms I am taking out the common values. So what are common here? 3 is common and x is common. So 3x is common in both the terms. Remaining terms we have to write in the bracket. That is a minus 2y. Now in this case what is the common? 4 is common and b is common. So 4b is common in this term. And what is the remaining terms? 2y minus a. So have you got the common factors or not? So if you see these two terms, in these two terms place we should get the common factor. That means if it is a minus 2y, here also I should get a minus 2y. Okay, so but in this case what you got here? You got a minus 2y, here you got 2a minus a. You got 2y minus a. So these two are not common, they are not same. So this is wrong. So we have to get these two as same. If it is a minus 2y, here also it should be a minus 2y only. But in this case you got as 2y minus a. So what I will do now? I will shuffle the terms. How I should shuffle? For getting a minus 2y, I should shuffle this to here, this side, and this to this side. In the same way in the question I have to shuffle this to this side, and this one I have to shuffle to other side. Remaining terms I will write as it is, and now whether we will get a common factor or not we will see. So what is the rearranging value here? Rearranging expression. So what is the rearranged expression? That will be 3ax minus 6xy. These two I am shuffling, that is minus 4ab plus 8by. Okay, so now we can do the factorization. So 3 into a into x minus 2 into 3 into x into y minus 4 into a into b plus 8 can be written as 4 into 2 into b into y. Okay, now in these two terms what is the common? In these two terms what we got, the grouping terms we will see. So here 3 is common, so I am taking 3 as outside. x. So 3x is common in both the terms. Remaining terms we have to write in bracket. that is a minus 2y. Now coming to this side. So here 4 is common and b is common. So 4b is common. Remaining terms we have to write in the bracket. That is a minus into plus will be minus 2y. So if you see a minus 2y, you got the common factor. So this is the correct one. This is the correct factorization because you got the common factors here. So what are the factors now? 3x minus 4b is one factor. This one and this one. If you write together these two terms, that will be one factor, and other common factor is a minus 2y. So this is the factorization for the given question. So what you have understood here? Always we should get the common factors. So when you will get the common factors, then only the problem will be correct. So here we didn't get any common factors. So what I have did, I have shuffled the terms here. I have rearranged the given expression. So this is our first one. Second one. What is second one? X cube 5 plus 5x, sorry 2x square plus 5x plus 10. So this one we have to factorize now. So already I told you this as an example for grouping. So given x cube plus 2x square plus 5x plus 10. So first two terms, last two terms we have to take the common. So in this two, what is common? X square is common in this two. Here x square is there. In x cube also you will be seeing x square. So x square is common. And what is the remaining here? Only one x will be remaining. Plus already I have taken 2x x square as common. Only 2 is remaining. Plus in this 2, in 5 table 5 will go as well as 10 will go. So 5 is common here. So what is the remaining here? X plus 5 2 times will be 10. So you got the common factor, that is x plus 2, x plus 2. So what are the factors now? X square plus 5 is one factor. Other factor is x plus 2. So this is our second one. Next is third one. M square minus mn plus 4m minus 4n. Okay, so now we have to factorize this. So given m square minus mn plus 4m minus 4n. So this one we have to factorize. So how to factorize? First two terms, last two terms. So in this, what is the common? Only one m is common. In this, one more m is there, minus. From this term already we have taken m as common. What is the remaining? N. Okay, now if you see this one, 4 and 4 is common. The remaining terms we have to write in the bracket. Okay, so in this case also you got the common factor. So now what are the factors? M plus 4 is one factor. M minus n will be the other factor. So this is our third question. Next, fourth one. What is fourth? A cube minus a square b square minus ab plus b cube. So this is the terms. These are the terms. So given a cube minus a square b square minus ab plus b cube. So these are the terms. Now we have to find. We have to group them by taking the common factors. So these two, this two. In this, what is a common factor? A square is common factor. Here a will be remaining. Here b square. Now in this 2, minus b is common. And what are remaining terms? A minus into plus will be minus. Here b square. So you got both as common factors. Here also a minus b square. There also a minus b square. So now what are the factors? A square minus b is one factor. A minus b square will be the other factor. So this is our fourth solution. Next, last one in this, that is fifth one. what is fifth one? P square Q minus PR square minus PQ plus R square. So this is a given expression. So now given P square Q minus PR square minus PQ plus R square. So whether we will get a common terms or not, we will see. So if you take these two and these two, so what is common here? Only one P is common. Here P square is there, here P is there. So P is common because in P square you will be seeing P. Okay, so what is remaining here? From P square, if you take out one P, only one P will be remaining. Q as it is. Already we have taken P as common, R square is remaining. Now these two minus, in this no common factor is there, no common value is there. So 1 will be the common value. Always 1 will be common value if you are not seeing any common terms there. So PQ minus into plus will be minus R square. So you got the common factors. So now what are the factors? P minus 1 is one factor. PQ minus R square is other factors. So this is about the factorization on common, taking out the common terms and also by grouping the terms. So in grouping the terms, always you should get a common factor. When you are getting the common factor, then only it will be correct. If not, you have to recheck again. Okay, so next is factorizing using identities. Now we are having some identities. So what are the identities we will see? By using identities, we are going to factorize the terms now. So factorization using identities. Factorization using identities. So which identities we are using? So first identity is a plus b whole square will be equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this is the first identity. Second identity is a minus b whole square is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this is the second identity. And the third identity we are using is a plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. So this is the third identity. So now by using these three identities, we can factorize the terms. So it can be any way. You can, they told that they are equal. That means you can solve LHS to RHS or RHS to LHS. Anyway, you can solve all this identities. So here also in this way, LHS to RHS or RHS to LHS you can solve. This one also from LHS to RHS you can solve, and from RHS to LHS you can solve. So both anyway the values will be same. So now we are using these three identities to solve the given values. Suppose I am taking the expression as x square plus 10x plus 25. So I want to factorize this. How to factorize this term? So x square plus 10x plus 25. So this is in the form of first expression. What is that? A square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so this is in the form of, this term is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. So that is in the form of first identity. Here plus is there, here also plus is there, plus plus. Then we are using the first identity. So how to factorize this we will see. So here the first term and the last terms are in the form of squares. This is x square and 25 can be written as 5 square. So we can write here x square plus 10x plus 5 square. So the first term and the last terms are square values. Whenever the first term and the last term are in the form of square values, then only we can use this identities. Okay, so whenever the first term and the last term are in the form of square values, then only we can use this identities. So now here the first term and the last terms are in the form of squares. here x square, there 5 square, and we know that this is in the form of first formula. Okay, so if you see this, a value will be x and the b value will be 5, first term and last term. First term is a value and the last term will be 5 value. I am not calculating the square values, only x and 5 I am calculating. I am taking only x and 5. A value is x and b value is 5. Now what we have to do? Now we have to convert this into this form. So how to convert that? A square. A square is nothing but x square. A square is nothing but x square. And b square, this last term is what? B square. B square is nothing but 5 square. And the middle term we are writing in this form, that is 2 is a constant value, a value is x and b value is 5. Now this expression has been converted into totally this one, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now how, in which way we can write this one? We can write in this form, that is a plus b whole square. So we can write this one as a plus b whole square. A is nothing but x here, plus b is nothing but 5 whole square as it is. Okay, square is nothing but we can write this one as x plus 5 into x plus 5. So these are the factors for the given expression. Okay, so next one, next example I am taking, that is 16z square minus 48z plus 36. So if you check again, this 16 is a square term, 4 square will be 16. So 16 is a square term, 36 is also a square term. Okay, 16 is a square term and 36 is also a square term. So we can apply the identity. So which identity we can apply here? We are seeing here minus plus. So here also minus plus. So we will convert that expression into this form now. Second form, this form we will convert. So how to write that? 16 can be written as 4 square z square minus 48z as it is. 36 can be written as 6 square. Okay, now for these two terms we are having the square, so we can write 4z whole square minus 48z plus 6 square. Now what is a value and b value? We want a and b values. Here a value is 4z and b value is 6. The first term will be a and the last term will be b. Now we have to convert into minus 2ab. So here 4z square minus 2 is a constant value, a value is 4z, b value is 6 plus 6 square. Now it has been converted to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now in which form we can write? We can write in the form of a minus b whole square. A minus b means 4z minus 6 whole square. Square is nothing but we can write the term into 2 times. That is a 4z minus 6 into 4z minus 6. So these are the factors for the given expression. Okay. So this is the factors for the given expression. So this is our second example. Next example is for the last one. Last identity I am giving one example. So example is 25p square minus 49q square. Okay, so 25p square minus 49q square, 49q square. Okay, so now if you are using the third identity, both the terms will be in the form of square only. If they are not in the form of square, you have to check whether if you are taking any common terms from the two terms, whether it will be converted to square terms or not. Okay, so in that way also you have to check. So if you are using the third expression, always the two terms will be in the form of square numbers only. If they are not in the form of square numbers, what we have to do? We have to check whether if you are taking any common from the two terms, whether it will be converted to square terms or not. Okay, so like this problems we'll be seeing in next exercise. So now for example, a plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. Now this is in the form of a square minus b square. Now we have to convert into this form. Okay, so a square minus b square, both terms will be in the form of square only. 25 can be written as 5 square p square. 49 can be written as 7 square q square. So for both the terms you are having square terms. So you can write 5p whole square minus 7q whole square. So we can write 5p whole square minus 7q whole square. Now it has been converted to a square minus b square. A square minus b square formula is what? A plus b into a minus b. So here a value is 5p, b value is 7q. Now we can write in the form of this form, that is a plus b, that is nothing but 5p plus 7q. A minus b is 5p minus 7q. So this is the example problem for the third identity. So total we are having three identities. One is a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Next a minus b whole square, that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Last is a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So if you are using these formulas, how you will why you will use these formulas? Before using these formulas you have to check whether the first term and the last terms are in the form of square or not. Okay, so we have to check in this way, factorizing using identities. For this we are having one more method. For factorizing the terms we are having one more method. We will use that method only when the first term and the last terms, when they are not in the form of squares, then we will use that method. Okay, so whenever the first term and last term are in the form of squares, directly we can apply the formulas, we can apply the identities. Whenever the first term and last term are not in the form of squares, we are having one more method. I will explain that method in next topic. Okay, so next is when they are not in the form of squares, we will see. When the terms are not in the form of squares, how to solve them we will see. So this method can be used for square terms also. When the first term and last term are in the form of squares, we can use directly identity, or you can use this method what I am telling now. But whenever the first term and last term are not in the form of squares, only we have to use this method. No alternate method for we can't use this identities for that. So I am taking one example as I am taking it as x square plus 12x plus 35. So if you see this, the first term is in the form of square, but 35 is not a square value. We can't write this 35 in the form of two equal multiples. Okay, so that's why that means that 35 is not in the form of square. So how to factorize these terms we have to learn now. So how to factorize these terms? First, we have to multiply the first term and last term. So what we have to do? We have to multiply the first term and last term. So what are the first term and last term? These two. We have to multiply them. That is 35x square you got. After multiplication, you got as 35x square. Now we have to check the multiples of 35. And whether what sign you will get here. Here also plus is there, here also plus is there. So plus into plus will be plus here. So it is plus 35x square. Now we have to check the multiples of 35. If you multiply the terms, it should be equals to 35. If you add the terms, it should be equals to 12x. In such a way you have to take the terms. So for example, here plus can be written as plus into plus as well as minus into minus. Is it right? So plus can be written as plus into plus, minus into minus we can write. Now we have to check the multiples of 35. 35 will go in which table? It will go in 7 5 times, 5 7 times. And more examples for that. Can you tell the factors of 35? It will go in 35 1 times. Is it right? So only these factors are there for us. One is 1, 35 times is 35. It will not go in 2 table, 3 table, 4 table also it will not go. It will go in 5 table. 5, 7 times is 35. Only these are the factors for the 35 value. So 135 times is 35. 5 7 times will be 35. So what I told, if you multiply the terms, it should be equals to 35. If you add the terms, it should be equals to 12x. So 35 plus 1 is what? 36. But here we are having 12x. So we can't take that first. These factors we can't apply. So next, what is the next one? 5 7s is 35. If you multiply, you are getting 35. 5 plus 7 is how much? 5 plus 7 is 12. So both the conditions has been satisfied. So here I can take 5 7 times is 35. 5 7 times is 35. Okay. Now x square can be written as x into x. X into x. Now plus into plus is plus. 5 7 times is 35. X into x is x square. Again if you multiply this, minus into minus is plus. 5 7 times is 35. X into x will be x square. Now we should get plus 12x. So in which case you will get plus 12x, we have to see. So this is the first case. This is the second case. Okay. In first case, plus into plus will be plus. Plus into plus will be plus. 5 plus 7 will be 12x. Bigger number sign is minus. So here, bigger number sign is plus. Now if you take the second case, minus into minus will be plus. 5 plus 5x, 7x plus 5x will be 12x. And the bigger number sign is minus. But we want what? 12x we want. So in here we got the 12x. So in place of this plus 12x, we can substitute this value. Okay, so in place of plus 12x, we can substitute this value. That is, we can write x square plus, in place of this I am writing these two terms. That is plus 5x plus 7x plus 35. Now in normal way, in grouping way, we can solve this. So x square, here 5x. The first two terms, last two terms. In this two, x is common. In this 1x we can write. Here already I have taken x as common, so 5 is remaining. So in this two, 7 is common because 7 will go in 7 table, as well as 35 is a multiple of 7. So 7 is common and the remaining x plus 5. Now both are common factors, so what we did, that is correct. So what are the factors? X plus 7 is one factor, x plus 5 is other factor. So whenever the first term and last terms are not in the form of square terms, directly we can apply this method. So you can apply this method for whenever we are having the first term and last term as square terms, then also you can apply this method. But we will use these identities because it will be very easy to factorize by using the identities. Whenever the first term and last terms are not in the form of square, then only we can use this method. So this is without using this identities. Okay, so we will tomorrow in next class we will start this exercise 12.2 and we will complete this exercise 12.2 in next class. Thank you.